Lane, good to see Monty out there practicing. Any update on Mason and his status?
Yeah, he's not going to travel. He won't play tomorrow, and we'll see. We're hopeful he'll play Saturday.
Is it any designation you can share, upper, lower, or something else?
Nah, we'll just keep it at that.
Okay. Obviously, you talked a lot about special teams work and such.
Yeah.
We saw some more of that today.
Yeah.
Is there a way that almost like iron can sharpen iron in the sense that your power play and your penalty kill units are competing against each other, but in a way in these practice environments kind of know what each other's trying to do? Does that almost help in the practice setting?
Well, the competition between the two is critical. You know, if you have a good power play, it improves your penalty kill. If your penalty kill is good, then it improves your power play, vice versa. So, we did a lot of film in the last couple of days. We did some work on the ice in the last couple of days on both things because, we talk about our power play. Our power play's won us some hockey games this year, and you're going to go through little stretches in the season. 82 games where maybe the power play is gets a little dry. It's not like we didn't have shots. Our penalty kill, to give up 20 goals here so far in 24 games, to me that's a problem. And we talk about our power play. Our penalty kill is right now has to be better.
To that point, do you think it's a function of, is it just not properly executing there on the penalty kill, or is there something else you're seeing that could be behind that?
Yeah, there's some lack of execution of responsibilities. And it's tough to be a penalty killer in the National Hockey League, and we're kind of developing on the fly as we go here with certain guys, and they're going to have to be better. That's just the bottom line. We can sit here and say, okay, this, that, and the next thing, but 24 games into it and 20 goals, whoever's killing penalties has to be better. Doesn't matter if you've killed in the National Hockey League before or not. You've got to be better because we know exactly what we're supposed to do. Now it's a matter of executing.
On the mental side of that, how do you keep that from creeping in? That every time there's a power play, oh Lord, here we go again. How do you keep the focus there and not have that spiral? Or is there, you sense any of that on the bench?
Well, I think you can potentially sense it at some point, right? And again, it's not like we haven't been playing against top power plays, but take a look at our buffet of power plays we have coming up here. And it's if it isn't McDavid and Draisaitl tomorrow, it's Kaprizov, and if it isn't Kaprizov, it's Nathan McKinnon and Makar, and we have to be better. So the question that you asked is, does it spiral, or is there some? We have to get on some kind of a run here to get our confidence back. And at the end of the day, you have to go out there with confidence. You have to go out there with a little bit of swagger, no matter what's been happening, because it's every team goes through it at one point or another during the season. So, we just have to make sure that doesn't creep in.
We've talked to you plenty, obviously, about special teams. From an even strength perspective, how do you feel about what the group has done to generate some offense?
Well, I think if you look at our shot attempts, which is kind of like the big thing, that we've talked about, they've risen over the last 2 weeks. We want to be better than average, but we're probably about 4 shot attempts below league average. And so there certainly is a way to get there. And I think that from that standpoint, our offense will. It'll help our offense from there. Clearly, I think that, when you're having trouble scoring, it takes away a little bit of the swagger. It takes away a little bit of the swagger from the power play and the guys on the power play. And then when that doesn't score, then it bleeds into the 5-on-5. So, you know what? It's just a matter of taking a deep breath, starting with a clean slate, so to speak, and, having confidence. We're a good hockey team. That's right.
I think that's it. To that point, though, of sort of having to snowball and build confidence, now there's a breath that can happen. You look at this last couple of days as possibly a breath that can happen, so that you can have that refocus and sort of reset the mindset almost.
Well, I think you have to look at it that way, and I think you can look at it that way, and that's why we split up practices the way we did. And you also have to enjoy the game, and you have to have fun, right? And so when you're squeezing your stick, or you're sort of feeling the outside noise of not scoring. You know, it's tough to do that, but we have to remember that you know, we're here to compete. We got to love competing, and we have to have fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Lane.